I love it. All right, so let's go talk positivity again, because you brought it up. Is like sometimes you just have to, like, your natural state might not be positivity.
Right.
Is positivity just faking it till you make it? Is it just putting on a big smile and that makes you positive? Is there more to it than that?
There's so much more to it. I'm glad you said that because it's not Pollyanna positive. It's not about seeing the world through rose-colored glasses.
Yeah.
It's like knowing you have the power to overcome the thorns. It's not about ignoring reality. It's about maintaining optimism, belief, and faith in order to create a better reality. And there are moments that you're going to say, you know what, this stinks. This is really tough what I'm going through right now. But what I have found is that positive leaders, working with so many of them, they find a way forward.
Yeah.
Yes, we were here yesterday. Yes, we had this challenge. But where are we going now? Yes, we had this setback, but what are we building? What are we creating? We're always looking forward. And that's a different mindset.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying that there are moments when you should be down and feel grief and despair. You should feel those moments. But we don't want to allow those to take us down the spiral staircase of despair and depression, because they will. So this is about feeding ourselves every day with real optimism, real belief, real hope. Like, hope in the future gives you power in the present to take action, to take one more step today. Hope for one more day. Sometimes that's all we need, and it's sometimes all we can do.
Yeah.
But guess what? That moves us forward towards what we're building, what we're creating. And you're not always going to feel that way. There's a movement now called toxic positivity. And I hate that term because if it's toxic, it's not positive. Let's call it what it really is: a lack of empathy, fake positivity, not meeting people where they are, or just saying, oh, just be positive. People do this all the time. Oh, just be positive. No. Meet people where they are. Come down and talk to them and be there for them and listen to them and then try to lift them up. Or ask them, how do you like to be encouraged? How can I encourage you? They may not want to hear, hey, great job. Some people don't like that. So how can I encourage you? How can I support you? What does that look like for you? And then you make it meaningful and personal to that person to be a real positive leader. And all I know is being positive. It's not going to guarantee you succeed.
Yeah.
But being negative will guarantee you won't.
Yeah.
And the negativity, I always say, don't sugarcoat the situation, but don't let negativity sour it, because that's what will happen. And at the bigger level, there's a force. There's two main forces going on here. Our friend Erwin McManus, there's two main frequencies he talked about that happened in the garden. If you know the garden and the Adam and Eve story, right? Two main frequencies: the voice of God, and then there was the voice of the serpent that was lying, that was trying to separate them from God and from each other and from themselves. And the word anxious, the Greek root of that, and the root word of that word means to separate and divide. So think about it. When you're anxious, you feel divided. You feel separate. So negative thoughts separate us. So there's a frequency, a negative thought that we can tune into that separates us and divides us and weakens us and makes us feel powerless. And that's why so many people feel powerless, because the negative thoughts that they're tuning into, that they have in their head. But those thoughts are not coming from them. How do I know? Who would ever choose to have a negative thought?
Yeah.
Would you ever choose a thought that sabotaged you, that said you're not enough, the future's hopeless, you're not going to make it, the health diagnosis is not going to improve, the relationship is not going to get better? You would never choose those thoughts. So we have this negative frequency always trying to sabotage us and separate us. But then we have this positive frequency of love, of hope, of joy, of purpose, of meaning, that's always trying to unite us and bring us back to ourselves, to others, and I truly believe to the creator of the universe. But also think about this. If you're not a religious person, look at the Cherokee story of the two wolves. The two wolves inside of us, the positive and negative, and they fight all the time. Which one is going to win the fight? The one you feed the most. So feed the positive wolf. That's the same story, just in a different tradition, but it's there. Why? Truth is truth. And truth exists everywhere and anywhere, and you will find it wherever you're looking for it. So that is the truth. And there are two main frequencies, positive and negative. So that's why I truly think the battle, the narrative of the universe, when you look at it, what is Harry Potter about? Good versus
Evil.
Superman, good versus
Evil. Yeah.
Star Wars, good versus
Evil.
Why is every movie about that? It's the
Yeah.
epic narrative, and it's the narrative within our soul of a battle of good versus evil. Evil trying to divide and separate, negative thoughts, and love and positivity and God trying to unite you and bring you back to connection and oneness where there is power. And once you understand that, that's why you realize, oh, positivity matters, because I got to tune into that higher positive frequency to give myself a higher state of mind so I can perform at a higher level. And I was working with just athletes recently. Just spoke to the Colorado Rockies, spoke to a number of teams. Then I talked to some of the players. Guys who are professional athletes struggling, though, with their negative thoughts coming in. Once they understood this, and they understood how thoughts work, and their negative thoughts were not coming from them. And you don't have to believe the lies that they tell. Just speak truth to the lies on a daily basis. And you do that over time. You start walking in that truth. You start walking that power. Encourage yourself every day. I'm not saying stand in the mirror and say you're smart enough and good looking and gosh darn people like you. But no, I have what it takes today. I am strong. I am powerful. I am successful. I am here to do something meaningful and something great. I'm not going to allow this negativity to sabotage me. I'm here to love the battle. One pitcher I said, love the battle. Love the competition. Stop worrying about the outcome. Just get back to loving. He's like, yeah, when I was at my best, I had this motto. He told me the motto. I can't share it because it's private. I said, start saying that motto again. He did. That outing, best outing, literally in several years. It was so cool just having that talk with him. What did I do? I just got him back to oneness and to love and to power instead of negative thoughts that were causing him to feel dismay and get down. So I also did this with teenagers, and some people who are listening, I'm sure, have teenagers. This is really important.
Yeah.
I met with a 16-year-old kid. I knew his mom. He was really struggling, and he's a world-class athlete, but he had all these negative thoughts. He was depressed and even suicidal in the ER 2 nights before. And so now I meet with this kid, and I said, do you have a lot of thoughts in your head? He said, oh, so many. I said, are they negative? Yes. Do they bombard you and attack you? All the time. They tell me things about myself all the time. I go, those are lies. And negative thoughts are lies that will tell you things about yourself and your future that just aren't true. Stop believing the lies. We talked about that. He realized his negative thoughts were not coming from him. So what did he do? He stopped beating himself up after that. He stopped feeling guilt and shame for the thoughts that weren't coming from him. See, he was thinking they were from him.
Yeah.
So now he's beating himself up as a result of having those thoughts. Once he understood that, it changed everything within a day.
Yeah.
Turn around. I texted him the other day, how you doing? Doing great, Mr. Gordon. High state of mind. Unbelievable. So that's why positivity is so important. T-U-N-E. T-U-N-E. We got to tune into a higher frequency. T stands for trust and truth. Instead of doubt, we trust. Unite stands for unite with love, because love casts out fear. N, neutralize the negativity on a daily basis. Don't allow that negativity to sabotage you, right? Be more positive than the energy vampires and all the negativity coming your way. And E, elevate your thinking on a daily basis. When you appreciate, you elevate. When you practice mindfulness and meditation, you're elevating your state of mind. When you pray, you're elevating your state of mind. Do all the things each day to elevate your state of mind. You know my wife, Catherine, so I got to tell you this funny story, but that's tuned, which is powerful. And you start tuning into that higher frequency on a daily basis, literally it changes the energetic structure. I'm convinced. I've been talking to neuroscientists, challenging them on this theory, and I'm asking them to research this. It will change the energetic structure of your brain, because the brain is an antenna. And the more you tune into that, you actually create a healthy antenna that starts tuning into that higher frequency even more. But Catherine, a couple of months ago, she's like, oh, I'm getting old. My body's sore. I feel like everything's breaking down. I'm not like I used to be. I'm never going to be again. So I go away. I go to a speaking engagement. I come back literally like 2 days later. She's hopping around the house. She's skipping. She's all energetic. She's all happy. I'm like, did you get a boyfriend or something? Like, what is going on here? She's like, no, I talked to that health coach the other day. We did that intensive testing with your blood, your DNA, your genes, everything. She said, I was talking to the health coach. He said, you have something really unique, something special. You have the genes of an Olympic athlete. So now Catherine's walking around. I kid you not. She's like, an Olympic athlete. Yeah. I'm an Olympic athlete. She's literally, you want to play tennis tomorrow? I will crush you because I'm an Olympic athlete. You might see Catherine Gordon in the 2024 Olympics because she believes it. But Brandon, I'm telling you, the pain went away.
Yeah.
The soreness went away. No more complaining. Now she's losing weight. She's working out harder than I've ever seen. Why? Her belief changed. I am strong. Yeah. I am powerful. I am here to take on this world. I am a conqueror. Start speaking those words of life to yourself. It will change your energy.
That's fantastic.